All right, joining us on the show, first of all, I've been asking my dad to come on my show since I started back in 1997, and he usually just kind of ignores me when I text him, hey, you want to come on and talk about the Lions? Hey, you want to come on the air and do whatever? And he just usually ignores me. I'm not sure why. I guess he doesn't want to come on the radio. But he finally has agreed to come on the show. So I've got my dad on the phone, who is a Vietnam veteran, and also got my brother Joey, who served in the Air Force for 7 years. Can you hear us, guys?
Yep.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for calling.
Good morning.
Finally, Dad.
So, Dad, how come? Why today? Why now?
Why not?
Okay, good answer. All right. So you were drafted to serve in Vietnam back in the '60s. Can you tell people what that was like for you?
Well, I didn't really know about the communists take us for our country. My brother had volunteered, older brother, and I was going to volunteer, but then he told me that wait to get drafted, and then you only have to serve 2 years. So I served 14 months in Vietnam, and it was. I was 21 when I got out.
Okay. Were you scared at all when you were there?
I was at first. The first 3 months, I was scared. And then after I decided that if I may die over here, I might as well make adjustments. So I made the adjustments, and after that, it was pretty routine.
It was pretty routine to wake up and think this might be the last day that you're alive. That doesn't sound very routine.
Exactly.
Okay.
Wow.
And when you came back, when you were done serving your time in Vietnam and you came back and you lived, you survived it. Oh my God, here I am. I'm back now. I'm home. What was that transition like?
Well, I've been able to get rid of all the demons that I got in the war. I'm very fortunate because a lot of our veterans haven't been able to do that. I got a job at Ford Motor Company. My dad worked there, and I really never thought too much about Vietnam until I got a little bit older, and then I started getting nightmares and things from all the stuff that had happened. And somehow I've been able to transition.
But some veterans aren't so lucky. They come back over and they're just a mess, and they never really can get their stuff together, and their lives kind of unwind, and then they end up on the streets and they're homeless, and then what? Then stuff is never going to get better if they're homeless.
That's true. That's why all that lives matter. And America will be such a better place as soon as we get all these homeless veterans off the street and into housing.
Yep, and you can help by texting VETS to 313-298-9393. It's not an automatic donation. We're just going to send you a link so you can get more information, and you can decide if it's a worthy cause for your money, your hard-earned money. So text VETS to 313-298-9393. And my brother Joey's on the phone as well, and he served in the Air Force for 7 years. Joe, talk about your time in the Air Force.
Yeah, so I was in for actually 6 years, active duty, and I traveled the world pretty much. So I was in Georgia, Saudi Arabia, Korea, Texas, and Colorado.
Okay, you never saw any active wartime, but there were a couple times when that could have happened. When I know there was some tension and there was a possibility of a war. And what was going through your mind when when you woke up and you saw the news or whatever, or heard the news and thought, man, this might be it. I might have to actually go into combat. What was that like for you?
Yeah, pretty wild. So I was in Korea when 9/11 happened. So that was a bit nerve-wracking because watching it on TV, I had to pull guard duty with an M16 in hand, so wasn't sure what was going to happen then. And then before that, I was in Saudi Arabia when the USS Cole got bombed, which was in Yemen, very close to us. So we weren't sure if that was going to trigger something over there.
You had an M16 in your hand, so you're guarding a base with an M16 in your hand. Were you nervous? Because I don't think there's anything that could calm me down.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I'm not a very good shot with an M16, so it's,
good.
Having to watch kind of monitors and have a loaded weapon in your hand is a little nerve-wracking, yeah.
Okay, so you never actually saw any time in battle per se, but you still gave 6 years of your life, and you were willing to die for your country, which is an amazing thing. And what was life like for you when you got back, when you got out of the military, transitioning to civilian life? Was that also difficult for you?
Yeah, so I was pretty fortunate because I had the GI Bill and everything to be able to go back to school. And going back to school kind of helped me stay in line, but unfortunately some others are not so fortunate when they get out.
Yeah. Did you have some friends or people that you served with that had, some tough times when they got out?
Oh, for sure. Like PTSD, and some are still going through that today. So it's a struggle for people. It really is. And I mean, seeing vets homeless is really, it gets to me, like that should never happen.
It's BS. Yeah. It's BS. Text VETS to 313-298-9393 if you can help us out, and we'll send you a link and give you all the details. And Dad, I wanted to mention this. I forgot to bring this up. So you're coming back from Vietnam, and I know that you guys never really there wasn't a celebration to celebrate our military and what you guys did over there. And there's a lot of controversy about why there wasn't like a big parade or celebration, and that still has not happened. And I'm not sure why that happened. But how were you treated when you came back by people?
Actually, at the airport in Los Angeles, California, there was a lot of hatred, a lot of yelling at us. When I got home, I took my uniform off because I was worried that people were going to throw stuff at me.
That's awful.
And you didn't choose to go, and you almost died, and you come back, and there's people protesting and hating you for doing what you had to do. And you did it because some people, when they were drafted, they decided to go to Canada. They ran because they were scared, and I don't fault those people. You are who you are, but you said, I'm going to do it, and you come back, and there's people at the airport that want to hurt you. Like, how confusing that must have been, how conflicted you must have been.
Well, luckily I was younger then, and it didn't bother me as much. It would really bother me today, being older, but I guess when you're 19, 18, 21, you just kind of pass it off. Let it go.
Do you feel appreciated?
I do now because the veterans. The VA's really been taking care of me because I've gotten 3 cancers from Vietnam through Agent Orange.
Okay. Veterans Matter, the organization that we're trying to help out here, text VETS to 313-298-9393. They reduce the time it takes the VA to secure a rental deposit from weeks to literally minutes. They're doing amazing stuff. The government, they're trying. They're doing the best they can, but the government is always kind of a mess. So Veterans Matter, that's where they come in because they're going to help. They're going to help get vets off the street a lot quicker. So your money is going to go a lot further if you can spare a few bucks for Veterans Matter. Text VETS to 313-298-9393. Is there anything else that you want to say, Joe, before I let you go?
Yeah, so unfortunately my daughter's home sick today, but she wants to say Happy Veterans Day to everyone, so can I get her on real quick?
Sure.
Aww.
All right.
Happy Veterans Day.
Hope you feel better.
Thanks, everyone. And hey, I think it's great you're doing this.
Thanks, Joe.
Keep it going.
Thanks, Joe. And thanks, Dad. Thank you for your service. Love you guys and appreciate you coming on and doing this. This means a lot.
Thank you.
Happy Veterans Day, everyone.
You too.
You all right?
Woo.
Yeah. It's tough. Dad, what a man. I mean, it's not easy. And, I love how he said that, he's still being taken care of. And, he's been through 3 cancers and getting the programs, the benefits of the programs. But the vets on the streets, they're not.